So I'm thinking it's beautiful, but I'm thinking that the time of the being able to wear the summer dresses is about
It's
past.
waning.
It's waning.
So-
It's like I still had, because the temperatures look so nice, but what you forget is how chilly it is in
It
the
is,
morning.
and I was out in the yard all weekend long, thinking that the mosquitoes would be gone.
No. But I heard that they were like a third less.
Well, I was still getting eaten alive out there
Well,
in the yard.
because they were so bad that 2/3 is still
Yeah.
bad.
But this is a nice look, nice dress, new one,
Thank
right?
you. Yes, but you probably won't see it again until next year.
Because next year, yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's check in with Tatiana Cash. Now, before we do the news and weather, Tatiana, we have to, well, this is breaking news, Monica.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. There is a rumor circulating, especially in the town of Glen Ullin.
No, it's breaking not news is really what it is.
It's breaking not
Touche,
news.
not news, not
Depending on how you view this. But apparently the rumor going around on a Monday morning is that Tatiana and I are married.
Can I just bring one thing
Yeah.
up here? And I'm, Tati, you're in your early 20s, are you not?
Indeed I am. Indeed I am.
And you are of a certain age.
I'm a certain age.
Tati?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I'm thinking I'm okay with it.
Of course you are.
I mean, this is news to me. Kevin, where's my ring?
I'll have to. No, all right. This is the rumor floating around that you and I are married,
I
and
want you to know that I've been married to 6 or 8 people that have worked here over the years.
really. And so this is nothing new.
No.
You've seen this.
It happened.
I
don't
just
know-
want to give.
I don't know why.
I don't ask for
Some
much.
of our viewers think that you and I are married, so let's put this rumor to bed now. We are not married.
not married. We're
We are desk spouses.
Yes, desk
meaning
spouses.
we sit next to each other at our desks.
Basically,
At our desks.
They're outside my office and they pick at each other all day long. It's
All
really-
day.
And it sounds like we're married.
Yeah, it does. It's like, would you stop that? You know,
shut up. Give
but
me
we
a
are
pretzel.
but we are happily just desk spouses.
Could you chew more quietly, please?
What are those old man noises you're making over there? Anyway, all right, let's have some news, Tati.
Let's talk news right now. Real news. Now, recently, Carson, North Dakota has discontinued its ambulance services because of the lack of volunteers. Nina Carter will talk with city officials as well as townspeople to see how this is going to affect the community. And I'll tell you about Lincoln Elementary students' new sensory motor lab. The school's occupational therapists will now have the ability and space to properly examine and help students work with their sensory needs. And of course, don't forget to follow us all on Twitter. And with Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, buffalo chicken wings, in my personal opinion, are the best, unless you don't like chicken, but you still like the buffalo sauce. So Howard is creating a healthier and less meaty alternative with the buffalo cauliflower. Ooh, Henry, make me food because you've been gone for forever.
I
Yeah,
think it's the same. And by the way, Henry and I, not married.
not married. Oh, there have been rumors that I'm married to someone, but I have to talk to them, see if they want that put out on air.
And you're not going. You're here. You're still here, everybody.
Yeah, we
He's
should-
not going anywhere.
No, but we should probably tell you though that there will be a change here
yes.
in this show because Henry is going to be the meteorologist on our new Fox News at 9, which
Sure.
is coming up very shortly. And
Yes.
also you'll be seeing him here on KFYR at noon.
yeah.
So,
I'll still be
so
around.
not going away. So.
Not anytime soon, so I'll be around.
But the weather this week, nice.
Yeah, pretty nice. A little chilly this morning. We started out in the 30s, even report of a few 20s. 28 was the low this morning in Sydney, Montana. Bismarck, at least at the airport in town, got down to 31. Lower 30s for Williston and Dickinson. Minot actually fell down to 38 degrees, same for Mobridge. But for right now, we are at least above freezing, upper 30s, and we've got low to mid 40s out there. And the cloud cover that we had in north central North Dakota moving out of here, so you're looking forward to abundant sunshine. And thank goodness we don't have as much wind this morning, because if we did, it would have felt more like it was in the 20s. But for right now, things are good. By lunchtime, we'll be close to 60 degrees, and that's about where we'll be today, mid to low to mid 60s, and then maybe a few low 70s in Montana.
And if the sun is out, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. That always makes it better.
All right, thanks a lot, Henry.
You're welcome.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
We are both feeling our age this morning, everybody. I tweaked my back out in the yard, bundling
Yeah.
up stuff for the fall cleanup.
And then I was cleaning things out of my basement for the fall cleanup.
Okay.
And yeah, I think it was too much lifting because my shoulder hurts right here.
Yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
between the neck and the shoulder. I'm not
It
sure
wasn't
if
because you were doing so much shopping in Minneapolis?
It was not. It was not. And
Okay.
you know, interestingly, if I were to like lift something properly, it doesn't hurt. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you, if I like go to swing the purse over the shoulder or whatever,
you feel
ouch.
it. So you went to Minneapolis for the regional Emmys.
I did.
How'd
I
we
did.
do?
Well, you know, it's an honor to be nominated, Kevin.
Okay.
It's an honor to be nominated.
Okay. No,
We-
I get it.
We
I get
did
it.
we did not bring, you know, any of the actual statues home, but I will tell you that we were in some pretty amazing.
Well, we're
company
competing against some
against
pretty,
major
pretty
markets.
big markets.
Yeah, market 20, and so we're like
Yeah.
120 markets below that. So.
Yeah, our morning show, the one I did in Salt Lake City, was nominated for an Emmy, and we constantly lost to Phoenix.
Right, and
So-
it's the same kind of thing.
It's the
where
same sort of thing.
But that doesn't mean though that, because we have like Kevin Lawrence, for instance, goes up against the big guys, and,
Yeah.
and he has consistently won over the years. He didn't win this year, but he was nominated.
Okay.
And Cliff
Cliff
Naylor
was
got nominated.
nominated.
He was going against some really powerhouse storytellers who, you know, Cliff does everything by himself.
Yeah.
And in a big market, you know, you got a producer and,
Sure.
a you know, a writer and an editor and,
Yeah.
and a photographer. And that's not to downplay anything that anybody does. They do some amazing work. And in fact, we were riveted to the screen when they showed clips of their stories. But, you know, I
No,
mean,
the fact, I don't know if you guys know this at home, but we are market 141 now.
Right.
141, and we're competing against market, what, like you said, 20?
20 something.
Yeah, so we're up against the big boys
We
here.
are, and holding our own. So
Yeah.
I'm proud of that.
Very good. All
All
right.
right.
Well, of course, this is, I mean, the past few weeks have not been good for the NFL.
Oh, to say the least.
Now, I knew that the NFL relied on a lot of female fans, but I didn't know that almost half of the female or the fans of the NFL are female.
Well, I've had to
Okay.
learn to like football because otherwise Cliff and I wouldn't have had anything to talk about in the fall.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, between the domestic violence scandal involving Ray Rice of the Ravens. Ravens shows you how big of a fan I am. And then now the child abuse charges against Adrian Peterson of
all
the
the
Minnesota
talk
Vikings.
in
In
Minneapolis.
fact, yeah, if you watched ESPN over the weekend, their Hannah Storm had a few words to say on the matter. Check this out.
I spent this week answering seemingly impossible questions about the league's biggest stars. Mom, why did he do that? Why isn't he in jail? Why didn't he get fired? And yesterday, why don't they even have control of their own players? So here's a question. What does all of this mean for the future? What does it mean for female fans whose dollars are so coveted by the NFL, who make up an estimated 45% of the NFL's fan base? Are fans and our families, are we as parents supposed to compartmentalize everything that's happening? Are we supposed to simply separate a violent game on the field from violent acts off the field? And if we do, what message does that send? So here's some more questions. What exactly does zero tolerance mean to the NFL? What does it mean to the coaches, the GMs, the owners? What about the NFLPA? Will the NFL, in all its power, take the lead on the issue of domestic violence? In the NFL, apparently seeing is believing. If the NFL and the Ravens had to see that video to be moved to significant action, then shouldn't those who support the league demand the same, to see action, to see change before believing, as we all wait on the answer to this central question? What exactly does the NFL stand for?
Okay, so put the question to you, our viewers, especially if you are a female fan of the National Football League. And for those who may not have heard, over the weekend, Minnesota Viking player Adrian Peterson arrested in Texas for allegedly, you know, he was arrested. So we can say
Right.
for beating his 4-year-old child.
He used a switch. huh?
With a switch. I guess he went out to the backyard, carved off a little tree branch there, and the child was naked, apparently, and he beat the child.
And he was, I saw the pictures. He had welts and was bleeding.
Yeah, and his excuse was, well, that's the way I was raised. So, female fans of the NFL, I mean, how did this news strike you when you heard about it?
It's never appropriate to beat a child with a switch and make them bleed, ever.
One, it's never appropriate to hit your girlfriend and knock her out in an elevator or anywhere. Okay,
No,
let's put it. And then, yeah, beating your child with a switch, come on.
How do we teach people not to hit if we hit them?
Well, okay, well, what about the point that Hannah Storm made, that are we supposed to compartmentalize and say, yes, it's a violent game, but what they do at home is nobody's business but their own?
Well, I don't think that the NFL players should be held necessarily to a higher standard than society in general. That's my opinion. I think that
It's
the
not good
NFL
for
players,
anybody to
I
be
think the
doing
NFL
that.
players should be held to a high standard, but I think everybody should be held to a high standard. I mean, if you went home and beat your wife, would you lose your job?
Absolutely.
If it became public?
Without
You-
question, yeah.
You would. But if Joe Smith down at the grocery store beats his wife, does he lose his job?
Yeah, the thing is, okay.